So, a little backstory about myself. I'm a construction worker and I've been on YouTube for about, I mean, with all together time, I've probably been on YouTube for about like 3 years, and I have not made a fucking dime off the shit. I've made $15 total that I can't even get because AdSense won't give it to you until it's over $100. So that's a little backstory into like my whole YouTube career. Because my channels just weren't up to par. I thought one has like 16,000 views on it. The other one's got like 10,000. That's it. Like it just, they never could get over that hump. So, I mean, it almost makes me not want to do this, but like, I want to start this because I think the reason that those channels never succeeded in a pathway that was most optimal for myself and my well-being and, you know, my wealth situation is because the environment that I was in, and that I just really never had my heart into what I was doing. You know, I would try to record like my work days and vlog and stuff like that, and do stuff like reviews and stuff like that, just to try to get content out there to try to profit or be profitable off of, and it never worked. So with this channel, the goal is the same. You know, your goal in life should always be to, you know, get up on the stepping stone to make money, to be successful. That's the same thing. I'm already successful. I already have everything I could possibly want, but I mean, that's come through my job that I've worked forever, you know. I want a side hustle. This is going to be my side hustle, and it may not be the most optimal side hustle, but this is what I want to do. I am very good at training people and writing diets and being a personal trainer. How I'm going to pursue that goal is I'm going to start with showing you guys some fight tips. I did my background in fighting. I have a couple martial arts backgrounds. I did a little bit of jiu-jitsu. I did a little bit of kempo, or a lot of kempo, when I was younger. So that's my martial arts background. You don't really hear kempo get thrown around a lot, so that's, you know, cool. I've studied, self-taught a lot of things to myself, and I think the most valuable fighting experience that I could offer to you people is I have been in a lot of street fights, and I have fought for money, and I think that will be a video for a different day, you know, explaining all of that. But I've fought for money, and I've made money fighting other people, and I think it would be good to use this channel. I'm going to call it Unleash the Beast. Without further ado, if you read the title of the video, I just wanted to put this little snippet in the front of the video. But if you read the title of the video, this is how to unleash the power of your punch. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get right into it. Is a Bob dummy. It's filled up a good bit, so I don't think it's filled up all the way. It's still got a lot of play in it. You know, I had to use a fucking liquor bottle to fill it up. That's besides the point. So what I see a lot of people doing, especially in gyms, you know, with punching areas, punching bags, heavy bags, anything like that, is that they're always punching like this. Okay? No movement in their body. They're just kind of punching like this, you know, like getting in there, trying to do something. Okay. And I was a very firm believer in this too. I thought, you know, in Kempo Karate, they teach you this, you know, to pull your hand back kind of like that and then spin it out, which I mean does make your body spin because you have to hold your hand, you know, a little bit below your pectoral muscles, your chest. And so you're never going to get anywhere fighting like this. I hate to break it to all those gurus who tell you to like punch like this, because that shit doesn't work. Straight up honest with you, that shit does not work at all. You're never going to be able to knock them out. You're probably not going to be damaged with them, and in return, you're probably going to get knocked out. My personal preference, I'm going to show you the difference. So this would be one punch. I'm going to go ahead and show you the difference between the way I'm going to tell you how to punch and the way that in the way that this punch goes. So, like I said, this is what I see a lot. You know, just snapping of the like right on the elbow, just like snapping, trying to get somewhere. That's how people punch. Okay. Now, how I want you to punch is I want you to pull back your arm and engage your shoulder. And another thing is never stay in a horse. They call this in Kempo a horse stance. Never stay in a horse stance. You'll get fucking flattened, I swear. So what I want you to do, instead of staying like this, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to show my stance. Instead of being in this stance, like I said, a horse stance, where your feet are, you know, perpendicular to your shoulders. Never did this. Worst stance you could stand in for an actual fight. I know they teach it in karate. It doesn't work. So what I want you to do is I want you to kind of get a stance like this. And, you know, this is just a much stronger stance. You're not going to be able to be knocked off balance in this stance. You have a very firm grip to the ground. This leg is definitely the power leg, and then on the other side, your right side, that's how you deliver the power. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a punch, but I'm gonna put the camera on my stance, just so like you get the feel of what happens. Okay, so you want to go like this, got your stance, good. Hands always have to be up, can't stress that enough. And then when you want to turn, I hope that caught my foot. I don't know if it did or not. I'm not going to do it again because I'm going to just go into the punching. You're watching this video for the punching, not the stance. What I basically did there is I twisted all my body's momentum into my hand. Like, I mean, that's what I did. You saw what it did to the Bob dummy when I was sitting there in horse stance throwing punches. So this is what it looks like. You just want to... I mean, you can just see the power. Step into it. Okay, so that is going to make an immediate change in how you're punching. Immediate change. Your stance and the swing up your shoulder. Make sure to engage your shoulder into the punch like you're throwing something. Back. Hit shot. You know, even on those fast punches, which I would never use in a real fight, just for training purposes. Those right there, body's twisting. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much how you drive power from your body into your fist to make a more powerful punch. Like I said, so I'm going to go over basically how you do that. Just as a whole, I already gave you pretty much a lot of tips in the stance and the shoulder. Your fist should always look like this. It should always be like tight. Make sure the outer two fingers are extended slightly more than the other ones, and then the not like this, you'll break your thumb. Not like that, you'll break your thumb. Like that. That's how you make a fist. And you want to hold those tight as fuck. I know I'm out of breath. I worked a full day today, so don't judge me. Like I said, once you're in this step, you never let your hands go down here. You never punch and then bring them down here. I don't know why you would do that to start out with, but you just want to like... See what I'm saying? That's air boxing anyway. Trying to think of anything I could really tell you. I think the main thing that told me that like made my punches get a lot more powerful is somebody told me to imagine that I'm punching through the person. So not just like I'm gonna hit them. You know, you never want to do this. You never want to hit them and then take your hand back immediately. That's not gonna do anything. The whiplash effect, it won't that's not going to do anything. You want to follow through. So like when you throw that punch, go all the way through, complete the movement. Don't do that and take your hand back. It's not going to do you any good. Get in the stance and then follow it all the way through. The closer you can move to the body of your opponent, I mean, I can't even hit him. He's moving so much just off that one punch. So that's in just how I've seen it. And the reason I'm making this video as my first video is because I've watched so many videos. I'm not gonna name names. I might in another video, because these are big fight tip. That's a clue. Fight tip type people that are telling you to like use this weird method of punching, and telling you that's how you can like take down bigger opponents and things of that nature. And it's simply not true. Especially like, I don't know if those guys have really been in fights or been in street fights, or they're just talking a big game. But no, you always want to be going your all. If you were in a position where you're fighting an opponent, then you want to be going hard. You want to be throwing those type of punches. Like, I mean, that's how it is, man. Especially if you're trying to knock them out, that what I just showed you will help you so much. Try to dig deep into them. Move closer to your opponent while you're throwing these haymakers. That's another good word for them. While you're throwing the haymakers, move closer to your opponent. You'll be able to hit more things. I think in my next video, I might film that right after this one. I'm going to take a shower, of course. I'm fucking filthy. But I'm going to show you points to hit on the body. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and maybe that like button, and fucking get my videos around, please. And one thing I can tell you, remember to unleash the beast.